Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in case you can't guess by what I am wearing and the thumbnail and the video title, this is a Christmas video. I love doing perfume reviews and I'm really conscious that Christmas is probably the time of year when perfume is bought the most as a gift. So that means it's bought by someone who isn't going to be wearing the perfume, it's bought for someone else. So most of my, well, all of my reviews really are aimed at people who are going to be buying it for themselves, which isn't really that helpful if you're trying to figure out what someone might like, right? So I thought I'd make this video to try and help guide people through like the decision-making process of choosing a perfume for someone as a gift. So the ones I'm going to suggest are pretty sort of non-controversial and hopefully have like a really high probability of being liked by the person you're giving it to. So first of all, I just wanted to warn off certain types of perfume. So celebrity perfumes, unless you know that the person really likes that celebrity, I would try and avoid doing that. I once saw someone buy like Kim Kardashian perfume for their teenage daughter, and they said their teenage daughter was like really into like rock music and stuff, and I was just thinking, she is not gonna want a Kim Kardashian perfume. So yeah, unless you know they really like the celebrity, then I would just avoid the celebrity perfumes. And kind of the most important thing you can do before you choose a perfume, if you have the opportunity, is to go and see what they already have, because that is going to be your biggest clue on how you're going to choose what you're going to get them. And sometimes you don't even have to smell them because you can tell by the bottle. Like if it's a very flowery bottle, it's probably a floral perfume. If it's like really pink and fluorescent, it's probably like a sweet like candy type perfume. If it's very dark or brown, maybe it's like a heavier aromatic perfume. So usually perfume bottles tell you a lot about what the perfume is going to smell like. So my first recommendation is for people that like floral perfumes. So all women like receiving flowers, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that all women want to smell like flowers, and that they love the smell and they want it on them all day. So if you think that the person you're buying the gift for does like a floral scent, perhaps they have floral air fresheners or their perfumes at the moment smell quite floral, then I would recommend getting them Gucci Bloom. So this is one of the newer Gucci perfumes. It comes in 3 different sizes and gift sets, so you can choose like how much you want to spend. It probably starts maybe around £30 and goes up to maybe £80. I'll leave the links to all of these on Amazon down below so you can get a feel for the prices. And this is kind of like a floral packaging. It's kind of pinky, but it's not like super feminine. And what I like about it is you could wear this at 15, at 25, at 35, at 55, at 75. Like I think it's a very universal perfume. It's not bound by age because flowers are kind of timeless, like whereas some fragrances like sweet fragrances are more for younger people usually, and sort of aromatic ones tend to be liked by older people. A floral one is kind of like a safe bet, and you know, it's feminine packaging but it's not overly feminine, so they don't have to be a really girly girl to like it because it's got all different flowers on it and stuff. So Gucci Bloom is my first recommendation. My second recommendation is by Lancome and it's called La Vie Est Belle. The person they've chosen for to be the face of this perfume is Julia Roberts. So if you know that they like Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman and a million other films, Notting Hill, then this could be a good bet, because they probably would have seen the advert and liked it, because the advert is like everywhere. I personally think that this perfume is aimed at someone around Julia Roberts' age. So I think this would be a good perfume from someone maybe 25 up to 100. I don't think this is really appropriate for a very young girl, because it's a little bit more sophisticated fragrance. It's kind of floral, but it's also got some warm notes in there as well. It reminds me a bit of Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel, so if you know they have that. It's a good bet. It's a pink liquid, but it's not like a fluorescent pink, it's like a very soft blush pink. So if the girl tends to like kind of like a blush pink type colour, then this might work quite well for them. And again, it is very feminine, but it's not overtly feminine. You don't have to be a really girly girl to wear this. I think they've specifically made the bottle and the packaging relatively neutral, so that it would sort of have that mass appeal. And what I really like about this perfume is it's really good for lasting, so it's very economical. You don't have to keep spraying it a million times a day. So my next recommendation is two Dior perfumes. So the big sellers from Dior are Miss Dior and J'adore. The kind of clue is kind of in the name. So Miss Dior tends to be liked by maybe sort of 35 and under, maybe 40 and under, and then J'adore is perhaps a little bit more sophisticated, and it's got Charlize Theron as a spokesperson. I think she's in her 40s now, whereas Miss Dior has Natalie Portman, who's maybe 35, but she looks like 25. So I think that Miss Dior is a very, very desirable, popular perfume. It's usually like the #1, #2 bestseller each Christmas. It comes in a pink bottle with a bow. The packaging is all very, very lovely, and I think any girl would absolutely love to receive this. The only problem with Dior perfumes is that they are quite expensive. So you're looking at over £100 for the biggest size. Now you could go down and get the smaller sizes, and there is also an eau de toilette version, which will be a little bit cheaper because it's not as strong. So I think if you are really looking for kind of like the wow factor and to really sort of blow them like off their feet with like a really nice gift, then Miss Dior is definitely a really good one. And I think the same for J'adore to an extent, perhaps not to as much of an extent. And J'adore is a floral perfume, whereas Miss Dior is like a patchouli sweet perfume. So J'adore is very much more for your big flower lovers. But again, it is beautiful packaging, comes in like a big gold bottle. It's nice. I don't think it's as nice as Miss Dior, but perhaps that's just because Miss Dior is aimed at my age range, so I'm kind of biased. So my next recommendation is for those who are not looking to spend as much money. So the Ghost fragrances are really, really reasonably priced. You can pay sort of £20–25 and you get a really decent perfume. Most of them are in a big tall bottle, but there's also one that's in the shape of a moon. And I know some people are really into like moons and stars and things, so if you've seen this person like having moon type things around them, like spacey things, then they'll probably really like the moon one. They all kind of smell kind of warm, slightly vanilla. They're all really nice fragrances, and they last just as long as some that are like double the price, like an Armani or a Gucci perfume. So they are really good value. They don't have that like wow factor with like something like a Dior or a Chanel, but I think they're quite cool, and they're also a little bit different. So it's unlikely that this person is gonna find that all their friends have got the exact same present as them, or all their friends wear this perfume. So it's something, perhaps if you want something a little bit different. So I would definitely go and have a look at them and try them out. And like I said, I think the moon shaped perfume is just a really cool thing to have on your dressing table. If you are buying for someone under 25, then the Marc Jacobs Daisy perfumes are loved by young people. I personally think that they are not very good perfumes. They're very simple, they don't last very long, and I think they're overpriced. However, people really want these perfumes. They're like a really desirable perfume, and I'm sure it will be in the top 10, if not top 5 bestsellers this Christmas. So if you're shopping for a younger person, then the Marc Jacobs perfumes are a really good bet. If you don't want to go for them, then the Juicy Couture perfumes are also really good for perhaps like a teenage gift. There's also the Ralph Lauren perfumes, if you know they like that brand. You can get ones, they come in all different colours, so you can kind of align it to the person's personality. Like there's pink, there's purple, there's blue, there's green, so you can kind of, you know, perhaps if they're a bit of a tomboy, then you get them the green ones, so it's not too girly, and they're quite reasonably priced as well. And then my final recommendation is Yves Saint Laurent Black Opium. Now you might remember the Yves Saint Laurent Opium fragrances from like the 80s or the 90s. The original Opium was a very heavy, intense, aromatic perfume. However, the Black Opium is like a completely different fragrance and basically has nothing in common with it. I don't know why they've called it the same name and put it in the same bottle, but the bottle's cool. Like they've made it all black and glittery. The reason why I'm suggesting this is because it's quite a neutral fragrance. I think it would be quite difficult to dislike it. It basically just smells like generic nice fragrance. A little bit floral, a little bit sweet, a little bit warm, not too overpowering. You know, it's by Yves Saint Laurent, so it's quite a nice brand. Having like the black with the pink liquid means it's not, you know, it's not too girly. It's just neutral, like it would go on any dressing table, and I just think this is a really safe gift. If you literally have no clue what to get, then perhaps this could be a really good option for you, because it's going to be really difficult to dislike this. So that's it for my recommendations for Christmas perfume gifts. I hope you found this useful. I will leave some links down below to not just the products but also to my other reviews. I have like my top favourite fragrances for women, and I can give you more detailed reviews of some of the ones that I've mentioned as well. But let me know if you do end up getting any of these in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys think, or if you have any other ideas for other fragrances that are good gifts. But that's it for now, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon. Merry Christmas!